This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwade. This is Africa Now. A high court in Kenya has stopped the nation's revenue agency from taxing churches on the tithes and donations they receive. Justice David Majanja upheld the ruling of the Tax Appeals Tribunal, stopping the taxing authorities from demanding taxes from Thika Road Baptist Church. The Kenyan Revenue Authority had sought 5.5 million Kenyan shillings from the church as it failed to produce a tax exemption certificate. Algeria suspended a 20-year-old friendship treaty with Spain that committed the two sides to a cooperation in controlling migration flows and also banned imports from Spain, escalating a row over Madrid's stance on Western Sahara. Algerian state media reported at the suspension of the treaty without citing any reason. In March, Spain publicly recognized Morocco's autonomy plan for the disputed territory to end a diplomatic spat with the kingdom, Algeria's arch-rival. Morocco controls around 80% of the Western Sahara. Now the World Bank and Congo have signed two funding conventions of $900 million to boost female entrepreneurship and access to water and electricity in the east and west of the country, the bank said in a statement. The project will focus on Congo's central West Kasai province and eastern regions. And moving away from business, a 5-year-old girl was killed after being run over by security forces in the Kalakala neighborhood south of the Sudanese capital Khartoum, medics said on Tuesday. The Central Committee of Sudanese doctors said the child was the 101st person and the 16th minor to be killed by security forces since a military coup in October. Military leaders have said the killings would be investigated. Now, former South Africa President Jacob Zuma has been granted permission to prosecute Billy Downer, the lead prosecutor in his arms deal corruption trial, privately. Zuma filed a criminal complaint against the lawyer, alleging that he leaked his medical reports to the press. The former president wants him removed from the arms deal investigation, accusing him of lack of independence and impartiality. The former president is accused of racketeering, corruption, money laundering and fraud after allegedly accepting bribes from the French arms company TOS in exchange for lucrative defense contracts with the South African government. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. More stories coming your way after the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back. Belgium's King Philippe reaffirmed his deepest regrets on Wednesday for the exploitation, racism and acts of violence during his country's colonization of the Democratic Republic of Congo, but again stopped short of formally apologizing. Philippe became the first Belgian official 2 years ago to express regrets for colonization, and some Congolese hoped he would issue a formal apology during his first visit to the Congo since taking the throne in 2013. By some estimates, killing, famine and disease caused the deaths of up to 10 million Congolese during just the first 23 years of Belgium's rule from 1885 to 1960, when King Leopold II ruled the Congo Free State as a personal fiefdom. A seventh dead body of a miner missing from a Burkina Faso zinc mine owned by Trevali Mining Comp that flooded on April 16 was discovered on Wednesday. Hopes of finding any survivors vanished last month when rescue teams found no one inside the refuge chamber, in which there was a slim chance 8 miners who did not manage to resurface might have sought shelter. Search teams are continuing to look for an 8th, the government said in a statement. Adama Bictogo, an executive of the ruling party in Côte d'Ivoire, was elected president of the National Assembly. This comes after a month following the death of his predecessor, Amadou Soumaoro. Bictogo, who is 59 years old, largely beat his opponent, Member of Parliament Jean-Michel Amanko, 237 votes to 6. 3 blank votes and 2 valid ballots were also recorded. Now, Kenya's electoral agency on Wednesday said an ongoing audit of its voters' roll found the names of nearly 250,000 deceased voters on the register. 481,711,000 duplicate records were found, while 226,143 voters registered with IDs that don't validly belong to them, and 164,296 registered with voter records with invalid identification documents. IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati said that due to the implementation of the preliminary and audit findings, the Commission will delay certifying the final register for publication. And in sports, Algeria extended their perfect start in qualification for the 2023 African Cup of Nations with a routine victory away against Tanzania. Goals from Rami Bensibaina and Mohamed El Amin Amoura at the end of each half gave the North Africans a 2-0 win in the Group F clash in Dar es Salaam. Mozambique pulled off a surprise 1-0 away win against Benin in their Group L clash in Cotonou, while Sudan, who returned to the Nations Cup's final this year after a 10-year absence, lost their opening Group I qualifier in Mauritania and got back their campaign back on track with a 2-1 home win over DR Congo. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.TOS TVNetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwade. Thanks for watching.